Alright guys, welcome back to Open Source Options. So today in QGIS I want to show you how you can use the Raster Calculator to manipulate rasters. So we're going to do a couple of different things. The first thing we'll do is we'll use the Raster Calculator to find no data, and then we'll use it to change the value for certain areas. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here real quick. So I have two rasters in here. We did these in the terrain analysis video. So I have the aspect raster, which is shown here, and we'll just add the symbology out here. So this is showing some of these unique values. So the yellow is going to be things pointing north. The black also points north, and then these are going to be northeast and northwest facing over here, and then 180. So right in here, these are south facing, and then you get these over here, which are facing west and facing east. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what the aspect is. And then here I have the slope in percent, and so here that ranges from 0.13 up to 53. And those lower values are shown in green and the higher values are shown in red. So the first thing I want to do, notice with the aspect, I have this black around the edge here, and I'm going to get my identifier tool and see what these values are. And so you can see that my aspect right here, the band 1, the value is 0. And so I've got 0 on these. And if I look at my slope, let's take a look at what the band value is there. Oops, sorry. And I have no data. Okay, and we can go into my slope raster and see what the no data value is. So if I go to the source, if I go to the information, I've got one band, and I should have no data value in here. There it is. So band 1, my no data value is -9999. And so what I can do is I can use these two layers, my slope layer, which has no data, and my aspect layer, which doesn't have no data, to create a no data mask for my aspect layer, so it only shows data for the same extent we have for the slope. And the way we'll do that is we'll just assign anywhere the slope is no data, we'll assign the aspect to be no data. So let's just open the aspect properties up, the information, and let's go down to band 1. And as see we have a NA for no data here. So we'll have to go ahead and we'll assign that. We'll make it -999, and we'll assign a no data value to that. So first, let's open the Raster Calculator. And we're just going to use, there are 3 different ones. There's a GDAL Raster Calculator, there's the QGIS, and there's the Saga. We're going to use the QGIS. I'm going to open that one up. And we'll slide, oh, I can't make that any bigger. Maybe I can if I drag that out. Okay, so I have my aspect, band 1, and my slope, band 1. So what I'll do here is I'm going to add slope. And we'll say where slope is equal to -9999. Okay, so that's going to give us a 1 or a 0. So if slope equals -9999, we're going to get a 1. Otherwise, we're going to get a 0. Alright guys, sorry, I got a little bit ahead of myself there. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take the slope percent and we're going to divide it by itself. Okay, and so what this will give us is inside, let me turn the aspect off. So where there are data, it will give us a value of 1, and where there are no data, it will give us a value of no data. And then we're going to multiply that division by our aspect. And so this will multiply by 1 where there's data for slope, which is anywhere inside the basin, and it will multiply by the negative value, or it'll multiply by no data where there's no data, and that will give us an aspect only in the data areas. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. There's one more thing we need to do here, and that is to define a reference layer. We're just going to say aspect. So this will give us cell size and extent and a coordinate reference system the same as aspect, which is what we want. So we'll say OK here, and then I'll scroll down and I'll save the output. So let's save this to a file. And we're in our outputs here, and we'll call this aspect ND for no data. And let's go ahead and run this. Okay. So now here's my aspect, my output, as it's called here. You'll notice when I turn the aspect on, I have the black border on the outside, and here I don't. I can identify it, and my output gives me no data, which is what I want. Okay, good. So that's how we were able to use that to get rid of those data values where there should be no data values. Now the second thing I want to do is maybe there are values where I don't want to have aspect because it's a flat area. And so we'll use Raster Calculator to do that next. So we'll go back to Raster Calculator here. And what I want to do is just identify those areas where the slope is, maybe we'll say the slope is less than 0.2. My minimum here is 0.139, but we'll say if it's less than 0.2, it's going to be flat, and we want to specify that maybe a negative value for aspect so we're aware of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and identify the areas that are below the slope threshold. And we can do that with slope percent, and if they're below, we'll do less than. I'm just going to make this, well, let's make it 1.0 just so we have some areas we can identify. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in parentheses. And for the areas that are less than 1.0, I want to make those -1, so I can multiply this by -1. And so this expression here, slope percentage at 1 less than 1.0, will give me a 1 or a 0. A 1 where it's true and a 0 where it's false. If I multiply that by -1, I'll get a value of -1 where it's true. Okay? And let's just group all this together in parentheses. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add to it anywhere that the slope is greater than or equal to 1. Okay? And here, I just am going to multiply this by the aspect. Okay? And so here's what's going to happen, is in this first expression, I'm going to get a value of 0 where the slope is greater or equal to 1, greater than or equal to 1, and a value of -1 where it's less than or equal to 1. So I'm getting a 0 or a -1 here. And then I'm adding that 0 or -1 to the areas where the slope is greater than or equal to 1. And so where it's less than or equal to 1, I'm getting a 0, which is going to be 0 plus -1 gives me -1. If it's greater than, what I'm getting is the aspect value plus 0, which is just the aspect value. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And now, let's come back here and we'll just make sure that we have our aspect selected. We'll click OK, and let's select an output file. We'll save to a file, and we'll call this one aspect, and this has flat areas in it. So let's click save, let's click run. It looks like it finished, so I'm going to close the Raster Calculator, and here's my new output, and you can see that it has the value -1 there. So let's just go in and symbolize this so we can see where those negative values are. So we'll go to single band, pseudo color, sure this ramp is fine. I'm just going to change this -1 color. I'm going to make it a bright green so we can see where those are. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click OK. Alright, and now you can see some areas of bright green down here. So you can see right here I've got some green, here I've got some green, here's some green, and it does shade a little because this is actually gonna be discrete. So it's going to shade from -1 to 6. We can check these values. These are going to be -1 here. So you can see I've got -1 values right there. All right. And then you've got these, which are probably not quite -1. Yeah, they're low aspect values, but that's okay. So yes, we've identified the flat area there, and there might be one. Nope, that's not flat. But you can see that we've identified this flat area here, kind of this bench up on this ridge. So that is how you can use the raster calculator, one, to put no data values where they should be, and then to assign new values to areas based on conditions. If you have questions about it, feel free to let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if there are more things you want to learn about QGIS, let me know.